Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Tuesday night stream. This is an unusual one for me. Normally it'd be a Wednesday, but we're putting it in early this week as I won't be able to stream on Wednesday. So good evening one and all. I hope you're doing well. Good morning Mushy, how are you doing? I'm sure it's good morning somewhere. Good afternoon Scalius, how are you? Thanks for stopping by, I hope you're doing well. Happy 8.1.5 patch day to those there. You got to crank my sound up a lot today. Interesting. Oh, looks like my thing's stuttered now. It's just coming back. Looks like it's all right. Silendril, thank you very much for the follow, coming straight in there. Welcome aboard. We're just coming in, starting the stream up. So we're going to look at what we're going to do before 8.1.5. Oh, you're listening to Tally, he's so loud. Yes. Oh, looks like we've got a friend here, an Infernal Hound. I'm actually over in the Broken Shore at the moment. I was trying to work out how I could easily get myself some Chaos Crystals. And doing the old Centenax farm wasn't proving to be that lucrative, although I have picked up a Elite Strike Centenax mission. So that's quite good. So, things tonight. Let's have a look. Well, we'll check the mailbox in a moment, and then we'll decide if there's anything we can do before 8.1.5 hits the EU tomorrow. I'm thinking probably seeing if I can get a few levelling enchants going, see how that goes. Good evening, Arthurs. How are you? Isn't as slow as it is on the NA at the moment. Oh, I don't know. Probably not, as it hasn't hit us yet, the old patch. But we'll have a look. Found me via YouTube as I was searching inspiration for leatherwork and gold making, and found my shuffling. Ah, excellent. Well, welcome on board. Hope you're doing well. If you do have any questions, be sure to pop in and ask. I'm selling quite a lot of Elemental Force enchants. Yes, I think so. And I spotted on the WoW Reddit, there was a new spreadsheet that someone had put out. Let me see if I can find it. I bookmarked it. Where's my bookmarks? So it's another spreadsheet that's kind of updated from the other ones. So you go over to here. Good evening, Lex-Ray Specs. How are you? And Bullseye and Z. Thanks for stopping by. So this is a spreadsheet that someone put out for leveling and why they suggest certain enchants and things like that. So this is a good list of things, of enchants to sell people, because they'll be using something like this in order to level up their new characters. So things like Death Knights, using Mark of the Quick, Mark of the Hidden Satyr there again, Binding of Strength, Glorious Stats. These are all kind of things that would be useful for us to have on the market, because someone looking at this spreadsheet is going to want to buy all these enchants. So that's the Death Knight, there's one for Druid, Hunter, Mage, Mark of the Hidden Satyr is coming up a lot here. Mark of the Versatile, not sure of that one. The Quick and... oh, that's a versatility one, isn't it? I think it's just slightly named differently. But you get the gist of it, and also there's other substitutes here for different ones as well. There's a whole load of different ones for each one, and I think this would be a really good guide. I've looked at one of these before for my enchanting, it was really useful. I'll pop the link to this in the chat. There we go. How are you going to make that as I'm out of the mats? Well, that's the problem. That's the slight problem, is I don't have the materials. A lot of these are Legion enchants, and I just don't have the materials for them. So I do have some coming up with the Elite Strike Centenax, which is why I was here, looking for Chaos Crystals. If you can go down to this vendor here, and you can buy... okay, so the standard one. You can buy the Dauntless things. Doesn't matter which one, but they cost 400 nether shards each. And I've got currently 363 on me. Then if I look at my Legion haul, I've currently got the Elite Strike Centenax with another day, 2 days almost on it, and that will reward me 7,500 nether shards. So that will give me a few chaos crystals that way. Chaos crystals at 22 gold. I think you're just going to buy them. Yeah, I would certainly buy them at that price. They're over 100 for me, definitely. Bacon Bits, didn't see you come in there. Good evening to you, hope you're doing well. So, let's go have a look at the mailbox. Let's start off with that. I guess you ought to go back to Dalaran, that'd be easy enough. Morning Fog, how are you? Been following me for a while and curious what field I work in outside of WoW. I'm into computer animation, is my actual day job. I'm in charge of a corporate sort of animation company, well not the company, but the animation side of things. But I've done all sorts of things in sort of anything to do with 3D modelling and animation. I've done games, I've done film, I've done commercials, and currently doing corporate stuff. So it's a very, very varied job I have. Orio's snoring now. That enchant goes for 3k plus. Which one? The Elemental Force. It's quite cheap on mine at the moment. Let me go have a look at enchanting. Let's have a quick look at it. So crafting, enchanting. What's what we're looking at? Oh, Hidden Satyr. Yeah, Hidden Satyr. I've actually, look at that, I've only actually got rank 2 of it. That's interesting. Needs 12 Chaos Crystals and 12 Leylight Shards. So with Chaos Crystals currently having a matte price that's really, really low for me at the moment. But looking at Chaos Crystals themselves, they're at 161. My matte cost is 5 gold. So I got them ridiculously cheap. So if we did the calculations on that, what is... Let me just bring up the calculator. So if we did 160 is what Chaos Crystals are currently going for at the moment, so they're really expensive. 160 times 12, that's 1,920 on just Chaos Crystals alone. So that still leaves me just under 1,000 in profit on that. Leylight Shards are going for, well, what have we got? Currently market value is 21 gold. So again, that's quite expensive. My mat cost is 9 gold. But let's say if we were to buy them at 21. So 1,920 plus 21 times 12, 252 plus 1,920 gives me 2,172. This still gives me a profit of, what's that, about 600. So that's not bad actually, even if I were to buy Chaos Crystals at their maximum price at the moment. So that's tempting actually, just for something like that. Let's go have a look. Let's start with the mailbox first. So, how are we doing on that? Slatsky, greetings, how are you? Recently hit 120 with your first Alliance character on a new realm, full pop Silver Moon, wondering how to make gold via enchanting and tailoring. Well, Slacky, well, congratulations on getting 120 first and foremost. Now you know where I got my attention for details. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Morning Fog, but thanks for stopping by. Silver Moon is quite meh on the gold side. Is it, Arthur? I don't have any personal experience of it, but for enchanting and tailoring, I would look at not only BfA enchanting and tailoring, but I would also look at all the other ones before that, because there's something in every expansion. Guess you can make a few. Yeah, definitely. Apologies if I seem to be stuttering a little bit. My OBS is going red occasionally. We'll try and get that sorted. Wow, okay, we got 67,000 in the mail tonight, so that's a good start. So that's from, when was I on last? Sunday night. So what have we got? Sinister Combatants, Galley Banquet. So here we go. Elemental Force, very cheap there at 269. I'm going to have to up the price of that, I think, a little bit. Lots of these have gone, so maybe we can push those up a little bit higher. Workman's shirt, Pact of Mastery, Silkweave satchels, and Pact of Versatility. So yeah, that's pretty good for a mailbox. 67,000, so let's start with those. I'll open those up. Now let's have a think. We need to do some shopping, and we'll need to do some crafting. Let's look at those elemental forces first and foremost, because those look like they could be something we could turn around. Elemental force. So yeah, they're going for 283 over all of them. You had 1,400, 1,500 transmog, what you normally want for a server if you're going to be doing transmog. You made nearly 10 to 15 sales a week, maybe 10k. I reckon you have to double your transmog to make it worthwhile. Wow, that's a lot, Arthur's, definitely. You usually make gold from transmog. Okay, that's why you're saying that, Arthur's. Okay. You've done that with leatherworking, so give it a try with tailoring. Well, definitely give it a go. See what the server's like. Nox1, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. It's like Kazakh, super high pop server means lots of competition, lots of people posting for very cheap, and turning markets upside down everywhere. Exactly, but there's bound to be niches in there, I'm sure. This almost looks like there's room for a market reset here on elemental forces. They've gone down to 283. They're going to be used for levelling. 283 is quite a bit below the region average of 769, although it's quite similar to the region sale average of 302. Now the trick here though is look at that crafting cost. It's only 84 silver to actually make. It just needs mysterious essence. So there's a reason why it's so cheap. And if I were to buy all these up, it would be quite easy to then make quite a few more of them, unless I could control the mysterious essence market. Now there's different ways of getting mysterious essence cheaply. You can do, let's have a look. Let's have a look here. So we've got the ethereal shatter, which needs the ethereal shards, which are currently at 9 gold. I've got those from, where's my purchase price? Actually 74 silver, so I got those really, really cheaply. Canadian TV, thank you very much for the host. How are you? How was your stream? Thank you very much. I'm lagging for you as well. It does seem to have gone down a little bit. I'm buffering quite bad. Let me just check. Hold on one moment. I'll be right back. Apologies, Canadian. Thank you very much for the host. I'm just going to go back and check my buffering. There we go, that should fix it, I think, hopefully. Our buffering should hopefully settle down in a moment. OBS is just still red for me at the moment. We'll see how that goes. What did I miss? Cat might be chewing on the cords, lagging a bit. Yes, it is lagging a bit. Hopefully it will settle down in a moment. I just had to turn off my my daughter's backup and sync that was using my upload speed. Thought it was your end. I was just checking everything. No worries. Thank you, nonetheless. Who did I miss? Arnota, good evening to you. And Slatky, we had Risa Rocker, good evening. Are we still lagging at the moment? You're doing great, thanks for asking. Excellent. Good to hear. Thanks ever so much for the host. So what we're doing at the moment was we were looking at elemental force. So we were looking at, okay, elemental force is really cheap to make. There's going to be quite a lot of them. Is it worth turning the market around and trying to sell them for more? At least I'm not fuzzy. Excellent. That's good to know. Epix Gamers, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. That's fixed it. Excellent. Good to know. So we're looking at ethereal shards, which are relatively expensive. The other way is mysterious essence from the spirit dust, which is really, really cheap. We can do that quite cheaply and get 1 mysterious essence from 5 spirit dust. And they're currently 19 silver. Could probably do with buying some more of those actually. So let's look at ethereal shards, of which you get 3 from there. So divide that by 3, 9 gold 95, that's about 3 gold per item. And spirit dust is currently 19 silver, but it takes 5 for 1. So the crafting cost on that is more like 5 of those is more like 1 gold. Okay. Getting there, just open your mailbox. You're 200k away from getting the longboy. Oh, excellent. Amok, congratulations, nearly. Very close. That goal is almost tangible now. So I'm going to go and have a quick look here at Mysterious Essence. Where's my tailoring, not tailoring, enchanting? Do we have a shopping one for Mysterious Essence and what's in my good stuff? I need to look at both of these. Let's look at my group actually. That'll be the easiest thing. We're going off on a little bit of a tangent here, looking at various things and just following the rabbit trail to see where it goes. So going over to shopping, good stuff. We want spirit dust, and we also want the other thing, which was ethereal. Where is it? Let's go have a look. Move this over here. Ethereal shatter, which was the ethereal shards. Do I have those in a group? I don't think I do from looking at that. That one's in a group. Ethereal shards is not in a group. We have 10 in the bank. We better go and get those and we can add them into a group and we'll sort that one out. Okay, going through a few steps here and we'll get there. You bought all the spirit dust earlier, did you, Arthur? I think it's a good thing to do, considering Mysterious Essence I think is going to be in high demand at the moment. So let's just go over to our ethereal shards. Let's pick those up. So we're thinking Mysterious Essence for elemental force. Wrong button. Let's have a look here. So this is all going to here, Mysterious Essence, which is also only got a min buyout of 3 gold there. So we need to combine all 3 of those into something. Is that in good stuff as well? Yes, it is. Okay, so looking at a group for these 3. Let's go into our enchanting group. And we're going to look in, currently got a shopping operation of good stuff. Let's add another little group in here. Let's call this Mysterious for Elemental Force. It's probably used for other things as well, but we're just going to add these 3 in. Add in Mysterious Essence and add in Spirit Dust. So these are the 3 things we're interested in here. And then let's move this group back into shopping for enchanting mats. And then this will have a group operation of shopping average buy and sniper average buy. Okay. I've got about 3,000 dust, pretty nice. People also pay 1,000 gold for this. Good evening, Phantom. Hope you're doing well. It means Arthur needs to get on board. Definitely. Currently leveling Panzlands, getting more through questing. Okay. Need to go not too cheap. Yeah, the thing is, looking at these, I mean, I could quite easily buy them and reset the market on them, for these elemental forces. I'm going to go and have a look at the actual materials first. So let's do a shopping search for these things for elemental force, as that's used a fair amount, and then we'll go back and look at the hidden satyr stuff after that. So mysterious essence currently at 41 gold. There's no spirit dust, and there's no ethereal things. So we're all out of those, which means elemental forces, really, the price of those can go up quite highly. So if we went elemental force, looking at these at 283, that's really quite cheap. Looking at those, the crafting cost is relatively cheap, but that's because my mysterious essence times 3 is relatively cheap. But given that there's no way of making that, I would suggest we could possibly buy these out and pop them on at a higher price, something more like the 750, and see if something like that can come through. So given that there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these, at least no strangers can make them without effort. Exactly. You've always got to look at how you can make them first. So let's do a little reset on these. Let's take the elemental forces, buy them up, and then we're going to go over, pick those up. I'm going to reset the price on those. We'll go for a auctioning. Elemental force has its own posting group. We'll have a look at this one. So here we go. Normal price 2,100. Let's go for this instead. Let's reset that much higher, because I have a, where's my, I've sold anything between 151 gold and 2,000 gold. I've sold 173. It's just Arthur's can be in my way. We could work on it together, but I think we should push this price up and see what we get. So let's post these 10 and then see what happens at that price for elemental force. And then let's go and look at hidden satyr. Another popular leveling enchant. So there is 8 at 500,000 gold. That's quite a lot. And then there's 1 at 2,997 gold. Oh, it looks like loads of things have expired, so we're going to have to relist everything on at the moment. So looking at that, crafting cost for me currently, because everything's so cheap for me on chaos crystals, of 64 gold, of 184 gold. So that would be lovely if I can, but I can't really at that price. So we need to go back and have a look at Legion enchanting materials. The main thing here being chaos crystals being so expensive, and there's so few of them, there's only 3 of them on. So a lack of chaos crystals is also an issue here. Just to see if they actually sell for 2.1. I reckon they might do, Arthurs. I know I've sold them before. So we're definitely missing chaos crystals here. I mean, I could even buy these 3, but that's not going to get me very far because I need 12 for a hidden satyr. So looking at this, I've only got 3 in the bank as well. So what I think I might do is, we've got some coming with the nether shards, but that's in another 2 days. So we're going to have to think about what we could do chaos crystal wise. We could go off and look at if there's any invasions on, which there currently are not. We could look at any of these equipments that we could go and get easily. These usually take a little bit longer than usual, even though we're 120 now. There's the dungeon stuff as well we could possibly do. Or we could look at doing an actual dungeon like Eye of Ashara, something like that. Might have solo some raids and such for them. Yeah, I'm thinking that we can do that. There it is, Eye of Ashara. I was looking in the wrong place. So we could possibly go in there and see if we could get a few things. But it's only really per boss, isn't it? So that's not going to get you a huge amount. Although if you run through it quite quickly on normal, it all takes way too much time. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Mushy. Going through each of them takes time. Going around and collecting all these up takes time. And the thing about... it's still normal loot, not legacy. Yeah. So maybe one item per heroic. So looking at that... what was that? Work, study, bestiaries of Ansuna. Incredible monsters and where to locate them. That's interesting. Still takes 15 minutes. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Are Legion LFRs soloable at 120? I'm not sure. Just have a look at... I guess it will depend on which one it is. So yeah, looking at the rewards here, there's a number here that we could possibly go and get. All of these. You can solo heroic Legion raids. Okay. So it can be done. A lot of these are in various places, defeating various people. Kraken eggs, spy in our midst, a few different things here, but it's not enough in quantity. I need like 12 of these at a time. I think I will focus on BfA at the time. I don't think for me this represents too much of a time sink for one enchant. I mean, the other thing I could do is go and buy Chaos Crystals for 400 gold, but that's way too expensive. As it's reset tomorrow and patch day, exactly. So we'll leave that for now. But let's see what happens with the Elemental Force. Let's take our expires. Let's open up those. Those have all gone. I think I need to empty my my bags as well, because those are looking a little less than empty, shall we say. So I did do some purchasing earlier. Shuffle's going to need to be changed. If that's if what is happening is going to stay. Oh, do you mean the extra Veil crystals down there? Yes, I did see getting some good numbers out of there. I'm looking forward to that, hopefully. OCD friendly, definitely not Mushy. Let's go have a look at see what we can just clear out. Let's post these on first, and then we'll go through and just select all the groups and post that lot on, and we'll go on from there. Getting crystals from the blue braces now at a decent rate. That's really good news. I hope it sticks. I hope it really does stick, because that would be nice. So I've already done maximum amount of elemental forces. You've got 4 bank tabs filled with Ticeray linen. You just need a secondary guild. Definitely after. That's a great position to be in. I wish I had that much Tide Spray on me right now. I did buy some though, so I should be able to do a few Tide Spray braces. I wonder if it's worth me... I'm going to leave doing any disenchanting tonight, because if all does stick with this the enchanting rod for the new professions, I'd definitely like to wait until I've gotten that first and do the quest line for that. Right, let's just post this lot on, and then we'll go clear out some stuff into the guild bank, and then we'll be able to collect up the rest of the things, and we should be in a better position. Perhaps tonight would be better spent doing something like the last of the Brawl. That's still on, the Packed House. See if we can get some marks of honour before it changes, because Packed House ends tomorrow at 8 in the morning, and it's really quick. It's just dungeons, is it, the quest line? Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's have a look. For the items, but the quest line is quite fast. Okay, well that's good to know. Right, what do we need to clear out? Oh, we've got some cooking stuff here. Let's put that away. Start with that. Lots of Frenzied Fangtooth. Managed to find that quite cheaply. I also bought some Red Tail Loach quite cheaply as well. So So we'll collect that up. We've also got shimmer scale, which needs to go in this one normally. Let's take that across here. And then mist scale as well, if there's room for that. Just about. And calcified bone we need a little bit more space for. That's all we've got space for there. And then cooking wise, I guess we could put these here. Should really go in with the fish, I think. So I'm going to take those two out, because these are the things for my feasts and stuff. So I'm going to put all the raw stuff in here. All the raw food. Fish and meat can go in here. And it won't smell the rest of the guild tabs out. That's that, and then that's that. I'm going to keep the... I don't need quite so much Arcana on me, so let's just move some of that to the guild bank. Managed to pick up quite a lot of that. It's a shame you can't go the other way and turn Arcana into Chaos Crystals. That would be really nice. Okay, that's looking at a little bit healthier. Still got a couple of things in there, but that's fine. Let's go over and collect up the rest of our expired auctions. Sort that one out. Maybe the new 375 staff as well. I haven't looked at that yet, actually. That could be quite cool. Mysteria, thank you very much for using your Prime. Didn't know sharing was a thing. Love the stream. Well, thank you very much, Mysteria. It's very kind of you. Let's see some chef's hats. And thumbs up for Mysteria. 2 months of using your Prime. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go through and just deal with all our expires. And then we'll be able to get everything back on. And then relist everything ready for tomorrow. So I'm thinking PvP Brawl. Try and get some more marks of honour. Because it's a really, really quick one, that Packed House. Even though we've done the quest already, we might be able to get a bit more out of that one. I was close to guessing it, was I? For the, oh, no, do a reload. For the staff, the 375 staff. Gorgo, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Let's go have a look. Just get all these items up first, then we'll repost them on. Then I'll go have a look at what that staff is. Is that a crafted staff, Arthur's? Oh no, PvP one. Oh yes, sorry, yes, now I know what you mean. The one that's on the... no, I'm totally with you now. The one that's on the PvP... this one. This one, the Sinister Gladiator stuff. Now I know what you mean. Yeah, we're at 450 of 500. That's the one. Yes, now I remember. It's all clicked into space, into place. Sorry, it's been a long day at work. Slowly catching up. There we go. Let's get everything off first. Deal with all these expires. Is that everything? Yes, it is. Okay, let's go pop that on. Then we can collect the rest of it up. So I'll run another post scan. Stockpiling coarse leather like crazy. Just farms 2k in Nazmir. Very nice. I think it's worth doing. We're going to get a lot of new characters coming in. I'm sure everyone's loving the new races. I myself am looking forward to seeing them. I'm not going to make one myself straight away because I don't have the reputation needed. But I'm definitely going to be getting myself a Culturian at some point in the future. When I'm moving on to other characters and getting more professions up will be the main reason for that. Not sure what professions to use for a Culturian. You're not worried about me getting the rep. But the quest line. Which one? Is that for the what do you call it? It's going to take me a few nights for the fishing. Yeah, definitely fishing would be a good one for a Culturian. They should get a bonus for it. For the Tides of Vengeance. Okay, for the actual I need a scribe. Yeah, I definitely do. Right, it's going to post all this on. Oh, just check those bountiful feasts. Are they okay at 1877? I'd prefer them to be a little bit higher, but that is currently a profit. Tides of Vengeance, yes. The word I was looking for was for the war campaign. That's what I was looking for. Which professions don't I have so far? There's a lot. I don't have inscription. I don't have engineering. I don't have... Oh, I've got alchemy. I've got leatherworking. I've got tailoring. I don't have jewel crafting. That would be a nice one. I don't have archaeology on anyone. The second half was not a fast one. Right, okay. Yeah, so I am so far... Where am I at in terms of the war campaign? I need to do the calm before in Borealis. That one is the one I need to do next for the war campaign. So I don't know what I need to do after that. But I ought to do those. Slay 25 Horde players. That one's not going to happen anytime soon. But let's carry on with the mail for now. Get rid of these expires. And then we can come back and do everything else. Who is doing archaeology is useful in gold making. Wondered who is doing archaeology useful in gold making. For the Vial of the Sands, isn't it? That's the main reason why you do it. This is to unlock the race before the 8.15, yeah. Yeah, it's not out yet. We'll have to have a look. Let's just do... Was that everything? Let's just post that up. And we'll get that done. There we go. Oh, you've completed it, have you? Okay. So it can be... So it's definitely out. That one. The one that Mushy linked to me in chat here. Tides of Vengeance. So I need to do all the prerequisite stuff, reputation being one of them. So I don't think I'm going to be any way close. I still haven't done Pathfinder Part 1, to be honest, so I'm a long way behind the curve. So everything's posted. That's a good start. Let's just check if anything else is going to expire. Yep, there is. We've got a few things that have sold. Pact of Haste, Binding of Strength, and Binding of Agility. That Binding of Strength's gone very well. 7,900 for that. That's a very nice price. Let's just take these spare ones off. And then that last one there. Maybe also do a cancel scan on the enchants. So let's just take these off. Although it's really going to be tomorrow that this is going to kick in. Good evening, Seathrift. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. You don't have your rep honoured yet, so you're miles away. Okay, so it's not just me then, Arthurs. You got it the first day it came out. Wow, that's definitely very prepared. You are very prepared. I'm a long way off of being prepared. I'm so under-prepared. Get the inscription contract to speed it up. This week was reputation bonus week. Oh, of course, yeah, the contracts do help. I haven't really done many world quests. That's what's holding me back at the moment. I need to finish off the quest line as well in Drustvar. I'm going to take all of these off, repost them back on. Just got to double check my prices. My Pact of Haste is obviously, you know, when I bought all those out, those have gone down to 2,500 now, but that's still a reasonable profit now, back to something a little bit better. Doing well, just wanted to stop by and say hi. Thanks for a bunch of the host the other night. No problem at all, Seathrift. My pleasure to pass it on. Let's just take all of these cancels. We're going to open these up. 112 of them. 2 days double rep is definitely useful, yeah. Oh, that's awesome to hear, Seathrift. There are plenty of awesome people that are kind enough to frequent the stream, so I'm glad I could pass it on. Oh, looks like Oreo's gone, so let's just turn off his camera for the moment. There we go. Hey Lizard GM, how are you? Let's go through, do some more cancels, get rid of all of this. Where is the double rep? Is that one of these ones? Signs of the Emissary, bonus event world quests. Reputation gains from world quests increased by 50%. That's pretty good, actually. Just installed Alcoholic and got to enter on all of your alts. Wow, that's loads. Only 9 hours left. I mean, there's something we could do there. That's a good thought. Where are we at with reputation at the moment? Proudmoore Admiralty, we're at Revered, 5,000 of 21,000, so that's not too bad, actually. Let's show that as experience bar. That's the one we need to do, isn't it? So we could have a look at that. Let's just take these cancels out. Got one Pact of Haste there for 2,660. Just going to list everything on now. I don't think we've got the full complement because I don't have enough of the Legion stuff yet. But looking at this, yes, Proxiv has been a very generous sub sprayer, shall we say? Good evening, Dado. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your help earlier with Discord and getting the getting all the spreadsheets working. And Zanzaful, good evening to you too. Hope you're doing well. So we really need to have a look at, there we go, Mark of the Heavy Hide, 11,000. Interesting price there. We're going to keep it on at that. Pact of Haste isn't too bad, really. It's not quite at what it was, but we can put it on for that for the moment. There's enough of a profit in 1,000, I think, to warrant that one. We're going to go through and post all of these. Town of Illusions, Cataclysm, Northrend, and all of that. So those are on. Okay, we've done a cancel scan. We've got a few things here that haven't gone on yet, so let's just make sure those are all on. Select all groups and then run a post scan. Don't want to miss any of these. So Sinister Combatant, Silkweave Satchels. I imagine we could possibly push up the price of Silkweave Satchels, although they're at 491 already. Crafting cost is at 405. This is another thing that's going to be useful for people tomorrow. Not wanting to buy the Hexweave bags perhaps, but maybe Silkweave Satchels are nice and cheap for those that don't have a lot of gold. So you can't really push the price that high on it. Shalderai Silk is currently quite expensive, looking at that price. I'm just going to skip those Silkweave Satchels. I'm going to have a look at those in a bit more detail. Just want to skip that. Get the rest of the stuff out. And let's just examine Shalderai Silk. How much is Shalderai Silk currently? There's some there for 3 gold and then 4 gold. Anything up to 7 gold is bad, so I think that 398 is worth buying. I'll buy that lot, because you need a lot for a Silkweave Satchel. So let's take that one off and take those 5 for 20. Then we'll check what our average purchase price is for a Silkweave Satchel after collecting this up. There we are. I could do mushy, but I'm going to leave it for the moment as it is, because what I want to do is just have a look at what we've got. For the 4K followers, it was John who won the game time. It's patch day, NA, and Samadan stream is on. Hey Tessa, how are you? How was your patch day? I hope you're well. We're looking forward to it here in EU. Looking forward to it tomorrow. Sadly, I won't be able to be on tomorrow, so I won't be able to make use of it. But I'll definitely look forward to watching from the sidelines. I might be able to get on a little bit just at the very beginning, but then the patch is going to take the servers down for quite a while, so maybe not. But other than that, doing very well, thank you very much. Skinny Matt's so expensive your server right now. Wonder if you should sell stocks or continued shuffling. Maybe do a bit of both, Gorga. Maybe put a few on and then carry on with the shuffling for the rest. It all depends on what kind of profit margins you get at the other end. Oh, the patch broke a lot of add-ons. Oh yes, I always forget about that. That always is a downside to that. So I was looking at something. What was I looking at? The Silkweave Satchel, that's right. So let's go have a look. Silkweave Satchel. Ought to really put that as a favourite. I thought I would have done. Imbued Silkweaves there. Maybe it was already and I didn't spot it. The bags are there for the Galterian stuff. Yes, there it is. Silkweave Satchel's here. I missed it on my list. So looking at the Shalderai Silk, I've got an average purchase price of 4 gold 10. So that gives me a crafting cost of a satchel of 369. Now the min buyout market value is actually quite high compared to the region at 491. We could potentially try and push that up higher, but I'm not sure. I mean, there's not much Shalderai Silk available. Let's have a look, see how many Silkweave Satchels are currently on the market.
To trade needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Silkweave Sat. Let's go have a look. Good evening, Marsber. How are you? Happy patch day to you and Black Knight. I hope you're both doing very well tonight. So looking at that, there's not many on really. 491 is the price currently with those. That could possibly do with another cheeky little reset, because my normal price is 553. We could possibly push that up a little bit higher. The most I've ever sold it for is 562. Now, no problem, Gorga. I'm wondering if we can't really go much higher than 1,000 because Hexweave bags are that. Look at that. There's a ceiling to how expensive you can make these. So looking at a Hexweave bag, currently, well, those are on at 949. That's definitely cheap. I'm tempted to buy those for now and add another 200 gold onto that. Could do that, no problem. Let's try that. I'll do that, even taking into the auction house cut into account. We could possibly even come on here at the 1,600, although there's 22 there. And then looking down here at the Silkweave Satchels, I'm tempted to buy these out and post them on for hire. So let's take those as well. As there's not much Shalderai Silk around, we'll take those as well. So bags can be useful for tomorrow. Let's see if we can do anything with those. So we'll take those and we'll post them on. So let's have a look what Silkweave Satchels come out at. We could maybe make them, 553 and 1264 for the Hexweave bag. I think we could possibly push both of those up a little bit higher. Let's do the Silkweave Satchels manually here. So given that Hexweave, the next significant one up, 24 slot versus 30 slot, let's just push this up a little bit and make that 753. And then let's make that 720. Let's post them on for that. Good evening, Rasheen. How are you? I hope your day before patch day is going well and are all prepared. Loved your pictures of Lucy Dog on the Discord. She's looking gorgeous. Oh, Hexweave bags. We don't want to post these up for this. Let's do a shopping search for these instead. So let's go through here and have a look at the Hexweave bags. So I've got 2 on I put on by mistake. We don't want them at that price. I think we could come in. I'm not going to reset all of these because that would be a bit silly, but I think we could possibly come in here at the 1,600. That would be quite good. So let's post here. 48 hours. Maximum. I've got 2. I'm going to take those 2 off. So look at my auctions. Next, not next. Hex. Hex weave bag. I'm going to take that one off. And that one off. Collect those up. I'm going to post those on. For my actual price. Shopping search. Hex weave bag. Let's post them in. At this price here. Maximum of 2 of those. Post them on there. It may sell, they may not. There's 22 here at a much higher price, but we'll see what happens there. Competition is walking right into my huge stacks of all kind of cloth. Excellent machine. I think people are trying to find ways they can make money, definitely. I've looked at a few things tonight. We've looked at hex weave bags, silk weave satchels. We've looked at elemental force and mark of the hidden satyr. Looked at the materials that run into those. I'm going to see what we can do with that. GM Teacher, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. Good thing you don't need to level your bank holds. You can just make an allied race. So happy Cry Hunters getting Hattie back. Oh yes, I heard about that. Why do people mess up the drums prices? I have no idea. They're resetting the bags, it's ka-ching for you. Well, exactly. I mean, I've just done that myself here. There's very little Shalderai silk. Bank alt needs to be 20 for safety. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, 20 is fairly easy. I mean, I don't have a bank alt myself, but I can see how they are useful for some people. Whilst we're in the shopping mood, let's just have a look at the bracer items. See if there's anything cheap we can do here. I'm not going to do any shuffling tonight though. I'm going to save that for when we've got the enchanting rods tomorrow. But we'll want to have a look at stuff that might be cheap, like that shimmer scales looking relatively cheap at 9 gold. Everything else is above average buy price mainly, except for that mist scale, which is also looking at 9 gold. So let's look at that shimmer scale first. Average purchase price is 10 gold and 2. So getting 1 stack of 200. How much have we got? We don't have a lot of it, so let's get that and 3 stacks of 50. We'll leave the single ones on. Tempted to go for the 10 gold 03 here. Just over my threshold, I'd prefer to buy them at. But I'll just take a couple and that. So we've got the bigger quantities. And then Miscale, I believe, we're at 6,700. So that's not too bad actually. We could just get a cheeky bid in on those that are running out. Let's do that. And then looking at this, I might just buy the 3. Go with that for now. Okay, that should do me for the moment. I don't need Miscale. I know, but I like buying it for cheaper. That's the main thing, really. You may main druid, but love that wolf on your hunter. They changed it a bit. You can restore lower ones, but it's shorter time difference than 20 plus. Oh, right, okay. You have some dice now. Finally, heard enough to level the alchemy, high enough to make it. Hit me up whenever you want to sort it. Okay, brilliant. There is 60 plus as well. What's that for? AtiGT, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You sold 3,000 drums of fury on average 28 each and made 90,000 so far. Wow, that's pretty nice. Should be at least, should be as cheap as calcified bone. Really, the mist scale should be as cheap as calcified bone. Okay, that's an interesting difference. Because I've got 7,000 of that, and that's quite expensive in my eyes. Oh, you mean literally, I don't use it at all? Do I not? Do I not use it for... I'll have to check the leather working. Okay, so I'll watch out for that next time. Make sure I don't buy too much of it. Okay, so that's done. Let's go over, just pick up the purchases. We'll pop those back in the guild bank. Oh, we've got no room for them there, actually. We'll have to mail them to Erfen, maybe. Let's have a look at the guild tab. We'll pop them in here, because it's also kind of related. Not quite the same. So let's just pop them in here. Shimmer scale in there. There's a few things that didn't post on here, so we better go check those. And then maybe we'll look at a little bit of what was you've sold in this term. Same spot in the spreadsheet. Ah, of course, yeah. If Miscale is cheaper than Tempestide, I can craft the mail bracelet instead of the leather for the crystals. That's true, Marsper, but my Tempestide is ridiculously cheap by comparison, so my Miscale is probably a little bit too high, as Mushy correctly pointed out. Smoo Ushi, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. So I'll try and avoid Miscale next time, I think, from looking at that. Let's just look at these things that we need to post on here, and then we could maybe look at things we can do for Marks of Honor. So let's have a look at shopping. We'll do that. Bring our bags up, move our bags over this side, and then we can compare these side by side and just shift click a few of these items. Sinister gear, that's starting to look quite cheap there for those. Fire flash, but still that's a good price considering my crafting cost is 753. Not a huge profit margin in those, to be honest. I'd rather come here at the 4,000 mark. So I'm just going to go with that instead. And then come in here with that one. And then have I got another one I can post? Yes, I have. Okay, so the rest of the stuff, dress shoes, these are all quite cheap. I can post these relatively easily and not worry too much about them. They're just slightly outside of my threshold. Coarse leather is way easier to farm than shimmer scale for you. Or are you missing a good farm spot? I don't know actually. With shimmer scale, the turtles drop it, don't they? Alright, everything else is there. We haven't done a restock actually. I'm imagining our restock is going to be of stuff that we can't make because we don't have a lot of things here. But let's go just have a quick look at everything here. Yeah, we'll carry on with the cheap price on this. It really is cheap to make, only 3 silver. So it's a tiny amount of profit, but we'll put it on for the moment. Don't understand why people undercut so much. It happens. I mean, look at the formal white shirt here. You've got 164, 25, and then 4. I mean, the problem is the crafting cost is actually 19 gold and something like that. So I would much rather come in here at 158 on something like that. Anything that lives in the water. Lavender Mage Weave, likewise only 1 gold to make. Would be nicer to come in at this price, 160. But it doesn't sell that frequently on this server, so sometimes I'm happy, like this has got a crafting cost of 46 silver. I'll be happy to sell it for 9.99. That'd be fine with me. It all depends on the things really. Sometimes people go for the shirts. So that's just cleared out my bank, my bags a little bit. Got a few odd bits and pieces. I don't know what I need restocking wise. I may well be missing quite a lot of stuff. So let's have a look. Just check the auctions first. And then we'll go on over to restock. Just to see what's on the list. Yeah, as I thought, there's quite a lot of stuff. Some of this stuff I can do, some of the stuff I can't do. So let's see what the gathering tells me. Tailoring, cooking. So Chaos Crystals is the main problem here. 67 of those. I definitely don't have those. Everything else, Leylight Shard, again I'm missing those. And Veiled Crystals, I need 44 of those. So that's the main problem there with each of these. But let's open the task list and get what we can. And then we'll see if we can craft a few things, at least. Did I recraft all the shirts? I haven't. I recraft the ones I need to craft. Let's go through and just do this and that. And where's the guild bank tab? There it is. Wait for tomorrow for disenchanting BfA stuff if you can. Exactly, Rasheen. That's what I'd like to do because of the enchanting rod giving me some extra things. So I'm definitely going to do that. Do I sell the vendor bought shirts too? I did try a few, but to be honest, I didn't have a huge amount of success. And also some of them have a really high posting cost. Although I think the lucky shirt isn't too bad. Let me just open that up and buy from the vendor those. Then we can swap on over to these. We need a bolt of mage weave, which is, take the vendor out, bolt of mage weave, we need 2 of those, create those, and mysterious essence we need 3 of those. At least we can do those at the moment for our elemental force, I believe, or something else will need that. So going over to our enchanting, let's have a quick look at that. Mysterious essence, we can make 19 of those with this. We still can make quite a few with this, so let's create that first. The demand will hold on, I missed a few there. Hey Wave, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Do I think the price of enchanting will drop, people getting more per disenchant? Possibly, as much as he says, but the demand will shoot up with the 2 new races. Yeah, definitely think so. Do you know where the group and posting data is stored for when redoing the interface? The data... Now the groups are stored in the TSM. TSM has a backup of it. It's all in the WTF folder, I believe, and the data you can, if you want to strip that out yourself, you can go into TSM, under settings, under accounting data. You can remove old data if that's what you want. You can take anything that's more than like 180, 90 days old, or even 30 days old, and clear that out. That can sometimes help if you're looking to clear something out. You don't have to do the full thing. Get 1 more mysterious essence. Yeah, with the desktop app, they definitely back everything else up though. As Mushy rightly said. Right, what can we make with what we've currently got to save us switching to Almorte and Awakening? Although we ought to do that. Let's just see what we can make first. So in terms of crafting, we can make Earth and Vitality, Seal, and all of these. Okay, those will be good. Those are good leveling enchants. Thank you, Mushy. So we'll go through these at least. Those are the things we can do. But we are missing a lot of things here, which is a real shame, but we'll get back to this Veiled Crystal and the Chaos Crystals when we do have time to go out and find them, or disenchant them using the Bracer Shuffle. We'll do the belts, the cloaks definitely, Rich Bevel Silk Shirt, although I think the price of that has plummeted somewhat. We'll see what kind of price it goes up at. Spell Thread, we're missing the Volatile Fire on. Galley Banquet, we're missing Tiragard Perch. Okay, let's see if we can buy some of that. So Tiragard Perch was on the auction house. Let's go have a quick look at that. We'll go shopping, we'll go fishing, Was it in fishing, cooking mats? Don't think I had it in there actually. Let's use the task list instead, because that was definitely there whilst it was. Let's open that back up, move that across, and scan those. There we go. Terragard purchase currently at 13 gold. Okay. Is the idea of doing a same market on multiple realms bad? No, I think that's a good idea, because you at least have knowledge over the market, and then it's just a question of getting used to the prices on different servers. Problem that you got a new PC, just made a backup of your interface and WTF, redid the whole UI and just added the import save variables. Oh right, okay. So yeah, TSM should do backups for you. If you go onto your, where is my TSM? Can't find it. Looks like my TSM is minimized at the moment, but you go onto your TSM and then you can double click on the backups and it restores them, so hopefully that should work, although I believe that might be a premium feature. You may not be able to do it with your new PC. You'd have to find the backup folder from your previous PC if you've still got access to it, and then put it on that way. Good evening, Will. Hope you're doing well. Or you need to export it and then put it back in. Does cloud backups if you're premium, and does local backups if you're not premium. Yeah, as Rasheen said. My Legion mats are so pricey. They are indeed. They are very pricey. The backing up to the cloud is, I think, is the premium feature, isn't it? Yes, it is an actual folder name backup. Let me just see if I can find it. Where's my TSM gone? I need my other window. The local backups can be restored by double clicking still. Oh right, yes, Riso. Yes, what Rasheen said. And does have local backups if you're not premium. Yeah, as Rasheen said earlier. There we go. Right, did I buy... How much Terragard perch do I need to buy? I need 62. So let's get some of these at slightly higher prices. We'll just take those for now. Enough to get our galley banquets going. And then we'll just go and make those with our cooking. Get ourselves a PM. And make galley banquets. How much are galley banquets doing in terms of profit? Really, as much as that? 3,200. That seems an awful lot for galley banquets. But let's give it a go. You never know. Assuming that you don't have any local since you reinstalled the client as well as on the new PC. Yeah, that's the issue. I'm not sure whether you can copy them from your old PC over. Hard for you to find a new realm to level a character. You made a bad call on one of the high pop realms. You've made gold but haven't sold a single leatherworking transmog. Yeah, I guess in that case it would be look for other markets. But remember, do what's enjoyable. That's the main thing. Hey Goldbeard. Hey Casillion, how are you? Thanks for stopping by.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Yeah, if you do have access to your old hard drive, as Rasheen says, then you should be able to copy it from the backup folder and put it in to your new backup folder, and then double click on it to restore it. That should work. So looking at this, the standout price here is a rich purple silk shirt at 99 gold is considerably cheaper than normal. How many of those are on for that price? Is it worth me just resetting those? There's me and there's someone else. Okay, well that's fair enough. Let's reset those before I do everything else. Let's go here. Where's my shirts? Rich purple silk shirt. Okay, we're going to buy this one. I'm going to take mine off, because that's too cheap. Cancel that. And then we'll go pick that up and put it back on. Let's take the cancels and the buys. And then we'll go and post those back on at a more reasonable price. So my auctioning, run a post scan. Sploof is you, is it, Arthur's? Okay, well, I've just bought yours. There we go. Sell those for 3,000 each, not 90. Exactly, Mushy. That's my normal. That's my normal price for it, definitely. Jacon Ross, thank you very much for the follow. If you come back, Oreo, let's put your camera back on, just in case. We've just got a tail at the moment. Hopefully, it'll come over. You won't get it back. Oh, unfortunately, no. 90 gold is profitable for you. This is true. This is true. I have sold them for that before. I've sold 21 for as low as 94, for as high as 2,800. Although normally I can get a good 3,000 out of them. That's my standard price for them. So I'm going to go with that price for now. So that's all of those on. We've crafted what we can for now. These we're going to miss. We won't bother with the other ones here. Cooldowns wise, we could do with doing a Hexweave cooldown whilst we're here. Let's do that here. We might as well do Celestial and Imperial whilst we're here. And then we'll go and have a look at Enchanting, and we'll sort that one out as well. Anyone else is super terrible today? Very slow for you. What do you mean super, Checo? It's probably not bad to relearn the basics. Definitely, Brissing. It's one of those things that every now and again it does help. It helps clean everything out. Let's just go over to Enchanting and we'll do a Temporal Crystal whilst we're here. Is there a way to rescale the columns in the auctioning log? No, I don't think those so scaleless at the moment. Taking about 5 seconds per to withdraw things from the mail or post an auction, but no lag otherwise. Oh right. Yes, I've heard people say that there is a bit of lag with the mailbox since the patch. I haven't experienced it here on the EU yet. We haven't had the patch yet, so time will tell tomorrow. Okay, done my cooldowns. Next in my list of long list of things to do. So thinking about this Brawl, the Packed House ending tomorrow, now might be a good opportunity to try and catch some more PvP before it disappears, because that's quite a quick one. So let's just have a quick look, see how easy it is to get into one. We'll join the battle for that and see how quickly it comes through. You have 72 filthlings currently and don't want to flood the market. Have a couple of alts on other realms. Any tips? Can you get any data out of the Undermine journal at this point, or is it too early to tell? I'll probably go and check other realms and see if there's any realms where there are none of them listed yet and try and post them on there. Checked how many elemental forces are on your auction house. Only 563. Wow. That is amazing. That's a lot, isn't it? Okay, average wait time's 3 minutes. Okay, probably got time to head over to Borealis. Have a look at that. Yeah, go to old Stalaran or Shatrath, that might help. Yeah, how many sellers? Is it just one person? One guy has 200 of them. Wow, that's amazing. I can't imagine one person having that many. That's a lot, really. You don't need that many. You really don't. Okay, so let's just head on over to things we can tick off whilst we're waiting for this brawl to kick in. So we'll head on down, do our world quest, not world quest, our table, see if there's anything there. What have we got? Anything useful? Storm's Wake, artifact power. I've only got 407 of these, so probably not. It's easy to craft, plus probably did a reset. Yeah, probably. Tooltip should pop on the left. Strange, no one reported or suggested. Oh, right. Never post more than 15 or something in your experience, otherwise just get undercut. Yeah, there's no reason really. 200 is amazing. 200 at 1k, then one of the 100 stacks is at 300 gold. So when does the patch hit the EU servers exactly? I've got no idea actually. Is it sometime in the early hours of the morning? Bit nuts trying to control the market by the sounds of things. Yeah, I would think so. About 8 AM is it? Okay. Yeah, post less, definitely. I would definitely recommend posting less on that sort of front. So looking at this, the other things we need to look at is maybe there's something we can do in terms of the reputation. If we can get that a bit better. We've got 1 in the Proudmore Admiralty. Maybe we could do these 3 and get ourselves a little bit further on our reputation. That could be useful, seeing as we've got the bonus for another few more hours at 50%. Maintenance is from 2 AM till 10 AM. The servers are likely up earlier. If the patch goes live at 8 AM though, those servers come before then. Right, okay. So hopefully, could be sometime around then. We'll have a look, see how that goes. Right, we need a chef's hat. Wrong button, that's cooking. We need, where's my Pierre? We need a Pierre. We need to make sure everyone's sorted. Let's see if we can get a win, because that will give us up to 3 marks of honour for doing this, which would be useful. How many healers have we got? We've got 2 healers, so that's quite useful. Everyone else DPS. So if I hang back and let the others do their thing and try and keep everyone alive. Let's just move my chat down a little bit so I can see that. There we go. And the conquest points, yes, forget about that, Arthurs. Alright, let's go join them in. Let's go head round this way. Try and keep everyone together. Oh, it's this map, is it? Okay. I've been identified, it would seem. So I'll try and get people going at the moment. Shields up on everyone. Rooted and frozen. Doesn't really help. Let's get out of that if we can. There we go. Keep people healed. Do a bit of damage. Need to stay out of that. Been silenced. Doesn't help. Lots of particles everywhere. I'm taking a lot of damage. Ooh, I got stunned, that's not going to help. There's my pain suppression. Unfortunately, I didn't do it quickly enough. So I'm down. Hopefully everyone else will do well. Maybe not. Looks like we've gone terribly badly there. Okay. I say 77 days, 11 weeks. All speculation, of course, but who knows. What was that for? And the next 28th of May. Oh, right, okay, for the next one. Yes. We never know. Okay, so I didn't do too well at that. Mainly looking back on that, I stood still for too long and I didn't have my spells prepped. And I got stunned and crowd controlled a bit too quickly. So let's try that again. Because I think I could learn a thing or two by doing these. Let's go back into there. But whilst we're doing that, let's go have a look at things we can do reputation wise for Proudmoore Admiralty. See if we can get ourselves a little bit extra on that. Contract would be useful to have here at this point as well. So let's just take that. And let's have a look at contracts. Which one do we want? Proudmoore Admiralty. Wow, 525 gold. That's expensive. Is it worth it? I have purchased them before for more than that. So let's just buy one.
If you find anything exotic,
Go to the mailbox. Things people will pay for reputation. And then, where's the contract? Oh, we bought 3 of them, did we? Okay, even better. There we go. And also, contracts have really gone up in price. Yeah, I'm not surprised. People making use of this bonus. This one, bonus event world quest. So we need to have a look. What have we got in terms of Proudmoore Admiralty? So we've got a few up here, near the top, one down there. Strange looking, that's a pet one, can't do that easily. We're just selling a whole load of stuff, that could be useful. Join the hunt. Let's start with that one. Okay, what's been selling? Modem fell down again, so let's go have a quick look, see if we can log back in. Hopefully we're back. We should be live again. There we go. Let me just return the scene. Apologies everyone, my internet fell over. Let's go back in. We were just there and we had a whole load of Silkweave satchels sold. So I was just going to go and have a look at that. So hopefully everything should be restored. Orio's come to say hello. There we go, back in the queue. There we go. Right. Interesting, like I've got no auction house people there. So it must have been whilst I was in the middle of mounting up. There we go, that's better. Oh, and we've got the battle coming in straight away, even better. So we'll come back and look at those Silkweave satchels in a moment. We'll just jump straight back in there. And then we'll do this brawl. Let's move this back down. And then see if we can get ourselves something a little bit better this time. So hopefully everything should be back and live again. Let me just double check my status on here. Hopefully it's back up and running. Looks like it is. Okay, we're back. Happy app, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Have I overclocked the RAM? I haven't overclocked the RAM, no. It's my modem. It's been dropping internet for quite a while occasionally. I need to get it sorted somehow. I need to probably get a replacement. Or it's our actual internet line that's going a little bit flaky. But thank you all for your patience. We're just going to try this again. Try and get people healed up this time. I'm going to stay in the background this time a bit more. And I'm going to move a little bit better this time. Let's stay close to this because we're out of line of sight. That should help. Oh, there goes someone. Oh, now I've got stunned. Hopefully that won't be too bad. Get a penance going. Let's just move myself back in. Let's keep moving around a little bit more this time. Stay next to the Demon Hunter, they'll help out, I'm sure. And then keep everything done up. Let's move around. Keep myself going. Dispel people. See if I can get a dot in there as well. Try and get some healing going on you. They're out of line of sight. So just going to keep moving around a little bit more now. Can't quite remember where all my keys are, unfortunately. So I'll try and do a few bit of healing. Shadow Mend on you, Shields on all of you. That should help a little bit. See if I can keep you alive. Taking a lot of damage as a DPS. You've been targeted. I'm just going to spam Shadow Men for the moment. It's looking a little bit intense at the moment, so let's see what I can do for people. Let's get that going. That's good. Shield on you. Some dots going. I'm not really doing any damage at all, so I need to sort that out a little bit better, perhaps. Target's not in line of sight. Maybe this will help. There we go. Ooh, there's the hunter in there. The main thing's going to be is my mana now going to hold out whilst we continue this on? It's looking fairly even at the moment. Let's get some dots going, get some shields going. Try and keep you alive. Stay alive, and we'll all be alive. Shields on you, shields on you. Now I'm starting to run out of mana, so I've got to be a bit careful about my dots. Now I can't really use Shadow Men so well, but I really ought to use it on you a little bit more. I need to bring my Shadow Fiend out, that would be useful. I think we've turned the tide on this one, hopefully. There we go, I think so. There we go, everyone's topped up now. Get some dots going, get some dots going. There we go. How have we done? Who's left? 2 players remaining. Target not in line of sight. Where actually are they? There we go. Excellent. So we got 40 Conquest, a Gold Strongbox, and a Sinister Aspirant's Cord. That's very nice. I think we've already got one of those. That's pretty cool. Oreo, come entertain us. We've just got him off to the side at the moment. What did I miss on there? Did I try hitting the modem? Yeah, that could work. Change the microfilter and plug direct into the master socket with the front plate off. We don't have a... I've looked at our master socket. We don't have a bypass on it, unfortunately. I have changed the microfilter, Will. That didn't work either. A €12 part costs your whole network to fall over. Even Netflix, yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to get a replacement modem or something like that, and that should help out. Thank you, Smooshy. That was a good one. That was. I enjoyed that one. No test port in the master. Must be an oldie. No, it's a new build house, but maybe my master port isn't the correct master port. Maybe it's actually upstairs. I'll have to have a look. I'll take the faceplate off and have a look. But we are directly posted in. There's no other phones or no other lines connected, so I'm not sure there's running any interference from that front. So that was quite quick. Looking at that, we got a Sinister Aspirant Silk Cord. We've currently got the other waste cord, which is that. So we can at least disenchant this one and get ourselves a couple of Umbra Shards. Dauntless Treads. Oh, we picked those up earlier. We need to get those for a Chaos Crystal. Oh no, we need to create them first. That's it. And then we can disenchant them. And then let's just clear that out. We've got that. Then open up the Gold Strongbox, which gives me another 2 Marks of Honour. and also a potion of trivial invisibility. Okay, it's a good start. Let's try another one. PvP, Brawl, Packed House, Join Battle. As these are so quick and there's a reasonably good chance of winning them, that's pretty good. Watch Moraine, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. So whilst we're doing that on the PvP front, we're going to try and do a couple of Proudmoore Admiralty quests. We had one here, the Lord's Hunt. What was that? Join the Hunt. Oh, that sounds like it could be a long one. And what's that one? A Sky Terror slain. Well, that sounds like it could be something also useful. Let's do those two, as they're over that way. Let's go join in.
Good day to you.
Where can we fly to? Let's just fly across here. Came across my stream today. I was doing a deep dive. On my YouTube. Excellent. About my bracer shuffle. Am I making enchants with my dust and shards at the end, or just selling them raw? I am making enchants, particularly those that give me a profit of over 1,000 gold. If it's less than 1,000 gold, then I'm less likely to go for it. But I try and get at least a few of the enchants on, as a good spread of them. But those are the main things I'm looking at. If we look at my enchanting here, so looking at this, Pact of Haste would be a good one, Pact of Mastery, but I would still do Critical Strike and Versatility. And then also the weapon enchants. I mean, that one's not much of a profit on at all, but 389 is okay. 183 is probably not worth it, because the problem with these is the time it takes to get them at Veiled Crystals. So those are the main things, really. Yes, the part 2 is for the Veiled Crystals, which is what we were just looking at here. For these require the Veiled Crystals, which I've actually run out of at the moment. Oh, Brawl is up again. Let's do another one. Yeah, because you always got to factor in the time it takes. If it's going to take you a long time to do it, it's not worth it for the profit margin. And you might want to think about maybe selling the mats raw, or maybe even doing a combination of the two. Jim Lena, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. I hope you're doing well. I think we're in the same Brawl again, are we? Excellent. Will I not get anything from winning multiple Brawls? Do I not get any marks of honour at all? Oh, okay. Hope the shuffle is still profitable after patch. Well, we'll have to readjust the prices because of the extra Veiled Crystals we'll be getting back. I have to run the numbers on that a little bit more. We've got 3 healers in. That's interesting. I wonder if that will work. Alright, let's go through. So everyone's gone over that side. Let's just stay with the crowd. I don't want to be marked. Get some dots going, perhaps. There you go, keep you alive. Try and get a few more people going. Oh, you took a lot of damage very quickly. You must have been somewhere dangerous, that's for sure. Let's stay out of line of sight. Let's get this positioning correct. We want to pop out and do heals at the same time. Except I'm being damaged there. That's not helping with my line of sight. I need to actually be more over here, I think. Well, this isn't going to help. Everyone's now getting pummeled in here. I need to be out this way more. I can't heal people if they're not in line of sight. The raptor's on me. Let's do that, let's do that. Where's my pain suppression gone? I've already popped it. Let's just run around and help out a little bit here. think this is going to be a lose from the looks of things. Quite a quick lose though, which is at least a bonus. Another one down. Another one down. No heal. Well, there's 2 healers left actually. Myself and the other. There's 3 healers left in fact. Oh, now we're down to 2. Now I'm going to die. There we go. Okay. And then we're done on that one. No luck on that one. Why there's so many warlocks? I don't know. You get a strongbox of the first win per day of the brawl. After that you have a lower chance of getting a strongbox. Don't know percentage, but it's low. You won 7 in a day and got 2 strongboxes. Okay, thank you, Jim Lanel. That's useful to know. So possibly not me worth doing that again. That's a shame. I was hoping to be able to do some more. But getting 1 at least. They haven't got the memo, there'll be enough tomorrow. Well, we got 1 at least. Let's carry on and do these quests to get a emissary through for the Proudmoore Admiralty. Let's do that one. Thought Alliance had some really good open world PvP quests. Do they? I wasn't aware of any. Tell me more. I mean, we've got the what's the one you have here? The world PvP one. Against overwhelming odds. Slay 25 120 horde anywhere within Kultiris or Zandalar. Click to view quest details. And you get a Sentinel equipment cache, 50 conquest points, and 1,000 artifact power. That sounds quite good. The reward's not that great. I mean, a 385 item means you have to go and play with war mode on. Yeah, can you imagine that? I turned it on once, and find a pile of horde, and be able to kill them. That could be a lot. Hey Gwendolyn, how are you? Looking forward to Profession Quest? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to them, especially the enchanting one. That'll be the first one I do. First thing I get on tomorrow, after posting everything up. Although I won't have much of a chance to play tomorrow, unfortunately, so we'll have to see what we can get done. Just make a stream group and zerg the horde. We could do that. I don't think I've got quite enough time to do that tonight, but that does sound like a fun idea for another time. Why is enchanting the first? Is because of the rod should give me a extra chance for more mats, especially veiled crystals from blues, which is a really nice thought. Just need to go around this way, I think. So where are my quests here? Oh, there we go. Glorious stats I've just sold. No, is that not correct, Rasheen? Ah, in which case I may have to rethink my thoughts. You'll not get veiled crystals from blues, that's what you tried to tell me. Oh, did you? Oh, right. Huh. Is that a thing that's going to be a... His blue item was eye level 340, so epic. Oh, right, okay. How much did I sell the glorious stats for? Let's go have a look.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Glorious stats. So we sold Silkweed Satchels just when I disconnected. Glorious stats, pretty cheap actually, 277. They only cost me 1 gold to make. Maybe I should have reset that market as well, looking at those glorious stats. Still the best profession item, hands down though, yeah. I'll definitely be getting it regardless, definitely. Does anyone know if there's an auction house in Brawl? Sadly not, which is why everyone's running around on their Brutosaurs at the moment. Although, isn't there one if you're an engineer? Did they add that one in? That might be a thing, potentially. Right, where are we headed? Let's go find these quests. The Lord's Hunt, join the hunt. What is this and what does it need to do? Just input your own data for your shuffle spreadsheet. Shimmer scale is cheap. The cheapest bracer for you, 33 gold. If you do the full shuffle, you can get your Veil Crystals for 112. And they sell for 660 on your realm. Very nice, Jim. So look at that. And then look at what profits you can get from Enchants, and then maybe look at, you could sell the Veil Crystals direct, or you could sell the Enchants for an even greater profit. But it sounds like it's a good one, definitely. Another hunt. Okay. What do we need to do in this? Time left 14 minutes. Oh, okay, we better do this one quickly. Where's this chest I saw? Do we just need to kill all the animals? Okay. Probably not quite so good. Is there a group we can join for this? Oh, I hate the new group system. With these numbers things. It's terrible. Right, 6% for that. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's see if we can do this one up. See tomorrow about the disenchanting buff. Only blue you've seen being DE'd with a rod was a 340. Technically epic. I see. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I had a tweet telling me about one, but I need to check it properly. Right, do that, do that, do that. Let's get myself a few of these going. There we go. Alright, dot on there. Schism on you. Smite. Forgotten how to do damage again. So a full shuffle pressing is taking everything from the bracers and disenchanting the blues, scrapping the greens, and then doing the other side of it is with the expulsum, making honourable combatant bracers, and then sending those back to your enchanter and getting Veil Crystals from them. So that's the full shuffle, as we said. There we go. So we're at 36% on this. Let's help out here. We've got a few here going, so let's just do a big dot and help out. That should get me a little bit further. Hey Zimpao, how are you? My day's going very well, thank you very much. T-shirts came in today, they look great. About to order another 10 tomorrow. Wow, that's brilliant. Just 10 will be hard. That's pretty good going. Yeah, I do certainly recommend QWERTY shirts for that very reason. Let's help out with these, bring these together, help dot them down. There we go. Lord's Hunt is a lot quicker with someone else helping out. It's a shame the grouping system isn't quite so useful. So where was this chest I was looking for? No matter. We have a there it is. I'll take that as well. And then the Sky Terror. Fox Hollow Sky Terror. Where's that? It's over this direction. Do this one. Erfen, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Is the disenchant really worth more than an epic honourable? It is if you can get your materials cheap enough. If you've got a leather worker and a tailor, and you can get something like Tempest Hide really cheap. There's a threat nearby. Foxhorn Sky Terror, that one. Smite. Schism, Penance, other way around, and then Smites for that. Cheaper way to get Veiled Crystals. If you mass crafting braces, it's hard to sell them all. Yes, exactly. You can't really sell all the braces, but to get this many, it's definitely worth it. Just move around a little bit here. Do a penance. Bring my beast to bear. That's another one. There we go. Okay, so looking at the map, we've got that, we've got that. Proudmoore Admiralty. Any more nearby? So they're all down here, down there. One up there, that's a pet battle. One down there. That one's not too far. What's that? Pack leader. Pack leader slain. Let's do that one. Okay, let's use our flight whistle. Yeah. Anyone here using KUI nameplates? No. Defend with chef's hats. Counter that raid. Incoming gumdrops raid. I like it. That should be awesome. In preparation, get your chef's hats ready. And also get your gums loves ready. We counter love with more love. There we go. Right, so let's have a look. So we're going over... Oh, we need a flight path actually. Let's use the flight path here. Where's my flight path gone? It's behind me. There it is. It's over there. I ran away from it. And there we go. And we're going to go in, and we're going to go here, and we're going to fly over this direction to do this quest. So I guess here's the easiest one. I don't actually have that flight point. I'm sure I had that flight point. Well, let's get this one instead. We'll do this one instead. That should be better. Let's enjoy the view as we go. So we're going to make use of this reputation that we've gotten so far. Proudmoore Admiralty, we're at 5,271. So the main thing we want to do here is just try and boost up that a little bit to get a bit more. And do a mix of farming and buying. I can only farm for about 30 minutes before getting too bored of it nowadays. That's fair enough. I mean, do it in small chunks. And I certainly wouldn't recommend doing anything that's boring for any length of time. That's for sure. But you can get about 1,000 leather shimmer scale in 30 minutes in Drustvar. Yes, we were having a look at the pigs on Erfen, my leather worker, and certainly getting a fair amount that way. So there was the flight point over there. I didn't realise I hadn't gotten that one. Well, I'll have to go over and collect that one up. But for some reason, I'm sure I had that before. Something's telling me I'm missing something, or I've lost the flight point, or something weird like that. So we need to travel our way around here and across. Will be the easiest way to do this one. No, I think it can be done solo. That's quite a good one for solo. So 500 in that direction. Let's follow the arrow. Hopefully we'll be able to just follow it up here. Up here somewhere it looks like. Is there a path up here? Which direction can we go in? Looks like this is a long way round. I imagine we're going to have to go here to go up the hill. That's solo with war mode on as Horde in Drustvar, so it's kind of dangerous. Oh right, okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought of doing it with war mode on. Your skin is really poorly geared, unfortunately. Well, it's a good time to gear them up. Gumdrops, how are you? Thank you very much with the host. How was your stream? I hope you're doing well this fine Tuesday. I switched to Tuesday tonight because I can't do Wednesday next week, so I put in an early one. I hope you had a good stream. Is everybody ready for patch 8.1.5 tomorrow for everyone in the EU? Really looking forward to it to myself. where do I need to go now? I need to head up here, so I'm guessing around here and over there. This looks like a new area for me, so this will help with my exploring. Chill on this evening, hit the 10 million mark again. Ah, excellent, congratulations. Let's see some chef's hats, thumbs up, and gold sammers for that. Gumdrops, congratulations. 10 million, that's a fantastic milestone. Again, even better. Your main is blacksmith and engineering due to your mythic progress. That's the only one with the mark of honor in abundance. Well, at least with the marks of honor, they are account banned, so you can send them to other characters in your account. Tompis, thank you very much for the follow. I don't think I've ever been here before, so this could be interesting. There we go. Achievement earned. Explore Tirgard Sound. Fantastic. And we get to do the Proudmoore Admiralty as well. So I'm guessing we need to go over here somewhere. Where do we need to go? A little bit further in. Let's ignore everything else whilst we go. Shadoya, thank you very much for the follow. Oops. Wasn't looking where I was going there. Vicious Beast in the area. Where do we find it? Savage Wendigo. I remember doing these in back in the early Dwarven areas. Must be in the cave. Let's go have a look. Where are you? It must be this one. Okay, let's do a little bit of crowd control here. Otherwise we're going to have these on our backs for the whole time. And then we'll deal with that. Jubelot, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Gonna grab late dinner. No worries, Gumdrops. Thanks again for the host. Hope you have a lovely dinner and see you again soon. Thank you, Stewie McBacon. Very kind of you to say so. Going to wait, crafting several hundred of linen braces at the moment. Going to wait for tomorrow's disenchantment to get the new enchanting item. Good idea, Itsy Misses. Very good idea, in fact. Going to be doing similar myself. Probably not that many braces though. Oh, I actually didn't mean to do that one at the same time. But we'll do it now whilst we've got you. There we go. Get my extra thing out. And we'll smite, schism and do all the usual stuff. And do the damaging. Thank you, Mushy. Let's do that. Smite, and then we've got another dot going down. I'll get this down. This is going to get myself some extra reputation, so that should I do want to do Cultarians at some point, that'll be useful. Magics and Harmony, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Welcome aboard. We're currently just doing a little bit of questing, just to get ourselves some extra reputation, to make the most of this buff before it goes. We have got a contract going at the moment. There we go. So pack leader done. So that should get me all Proudmoore Admiralty done there. So let's go Hearthstone back, and we can hand that in for some extra stuff. Mailbox was 67,000, I think, tonight. I can't remember actually. Was it 67 or 37? I think it was 67. But we haven't actually checked on Erfen, I just realised. We need to go over and check on Erfen. So let's do this, and then we'll go on over and check on Erfen's sales. Probably have to relist the expires as well. So we'll do that as well. Let's mount on up. We can head on round. I would do a Cultarian human eventually. I don't think I'm going to get it just yet, because I've got quite a bit of quest line to do as well as this. But at least we can work on the reputation whilst we've got the buff going at the moment. But whilst we're here, we'll hand this in, get an armor cache and some extra things. Siren Song Armis, a nice, ooh, that's an upgrade, a nice shoulder upgrade. Okay, so we currently got this is transmogged here, so Currently at 370, so let's have a look. And where was it? Here it is, 370. Ooh, and it's an Azerite one, that's even better. It doesn't quite fit with our transmog, it's more of the Tide Sage type. Okay, so shift right click, let's do this, see if we can get through this. What is the add-on you use that has the little arrow thing? The one for the questing, I can't remember which one it is. Let me just close this down a minute and look at my add-ons. I think it's either World Quest Tracker. Oh no, I just clicked the wrong thing. Let me just go back in. I meant to go and check my add-ons. Where is the skinning farming spot in Drustvar? The pig farm's a good one, as Will just said. It's, let me have a look at the map. I'll do one thing at a time, hold on. Coal Terrace, Drustvar. So when you come in and you do, it's a Fall Haven, and then you go down to the south of that, there's pigs there. That's kind of one of the options. Alright, let's do this Azerite armor. No, I was looking at add-ons. There we go. Add-ons. And then we'll go through. So my add-ons I've got is World Quest List and World Quest Tracker. I think it's one of those two. I think World Quest Tracker gives you the arrow. World Quest List gives you the list on the side of your map. Right, so let's do our Azerite gear. Let's go through and do this. So we've got a choice between Pain Suppression, Atonement, and Powered Radiance. 50% chance to cause your next Holy Nova to deal additional damage. I think I prefer this one. When I do use it, it's useful. Oh, is it World Quest List that has the arrow? Alright, okay. And then between these, chance to grant you Mastery, and gives them Mastery. Penance deals an additional damage, and extends your Purge of the Wicked. I tend... This sounds like it'll be more fun for me, I think. A random extra thing. And then here I've got chance to deal physical damage to the target. Does more damage against things. Damaging abilities. Does that include spells, your damaging abilities? Your healing effects have a chance to grant the target an additional healing every 12 seconds. This effect doubles every 2 seconds. That could be good. Prayer of Healing or Power Word Radiance grants you Mastery. I think this one could be quite good. Concentrated Mending. I'll go for that. There we are. It's by far the bigger output. Well, good job I just gone for it. By far. Okay. Excellent. I'm glad I chose it then. Thank you for the advice on that one. There's an add-on for traits that shows what's best for your character. Interesting. I tend to just like read them and guess myself, but it's a good idea. That's cool, Shane. How are you? We're doing very well, thank you very much. Myself and Oreo are just chilling out tonight, going through and seeing what we can do before BfA. Not BfA, before 8.1.5. So we've gone through and we've done a little bit of reputation. We have reset the market on a couple of enchanting things for leveling. We've reset the bags. They got sold already. We then need to have a look at Erfen. So let's do that now. Before we do anything else, let's go back in here so we can log out. Back over here, I'm going to check on Erfen sales. As most goblins are a bit clueless on that, definitely. Am I going to do any preparations, or you missed it already? Just a few things we've done so far is we looked at Elemental Force, and we looked at Mark of the Hidden Satyr. We also looked at Silkweave Satchels, and we thought we'd try and reset the market on a couple of those, which with some success. Azerite Weights or something. Okay. Good evening, Glitter. How are you? Azerite Traits, that's the add-on. Okay. Azerite Power Weights. Oh, there's so many different ones of them. So what I was doing earlier is we looked at this spreadsheet that was on the WoW Reddit that showed recommended enchants for faster leveling, and it goes through all of the different ones. And so we're looking at things like Hidden Satyr, or Elemental Force is another good one for the main hand. That's used quite a lot on different specs and different characters. So we're looking at this and seeing what things that we could possibly make sure we sell for people who are looking into leveling. I'll make a copy of this, pop that into chat in case anyone hasn't seen it. It's a good guide for what kind of Legion and Old World enchants would be useful to sell. So it makes for quite a nice little list. Credit goes to Grave Heist for the actual spreadsheet itself. But if you're looking for enchanting and inscription things to sell, this is something that people who are looking to buy your things might want to use. So we've got a few things here like Gift of Critical Strike, Haste, Versatility, Quick, Versatile, Hidden Satyr, Deadly, Shoulder Inscriptions here from Pandaria, the backs from Legion and Draenor, Glorious Stats, those can be quite good. Superior Stamina, I'm not sure if I got that one. And then what else we got? Rings, Binding of Critical Strike. The problem with a lot of these is needing the Chaos Crystal, which I've really run out of. Elemental Force has always been a good seller for me, so that's another one to think about. So with people running around, leveling their characters, that might be a good list. Can you enchant heirlooms? You certainly can, Antrif. So you could put the Mark of the Hidden Satyr on an heirloom and then pass it down to your character. And Zone Trolls being levels, exactly. You just snatched 200 Mist-Scale for 500 gold. Nice, Arthurs. What's Azeroth? Precious. Elemental Force, my bestseller in terms of enchants. Yeah, definitely, I would say. Who made the spreadsheet? It was... where was it? It says in the intro, created by Grave Heist. Yes, it does. Do you know them? That this one was there first, which is that one, which is this one. Yes, I remember seeing this one. This was one I had before. I remember looking at this one myself. Yeah, that was the one that I've looked at before. And I think so someone's done that one and then gone a bit further and added in some stuff for 8.1.5 perhaps. Yes, I remember looking at this one as well when I originally did my enchanting search for things. But that's another good one. Thanks for linking that one, Rasheen. Have I bought any of the hoodies or sweatshirts from QWERTY? No, I haven't actually, Zimpal. I'm not sure what they're like. I'm not really... I guess if I was going to get a hoodie, I'd want one that zips up rather than is a pull over the head one. I don't tend to like things over my head. Alright, what have we got? Lots of expires. Okay, let's deal with those. Get those sorted first. Usually can't keep track of more than a few items. Yeah, I can't keep track of more than a few thought processes, usually. That's why I encounter so many squirrels. The Grave Heist one is based on the Jay Burton one. It does look like it is, doesn't it, Rasheen? It was just one I happened to see on the WoW Reddit today. So I thought I'd have a look, see if it was a bit more. Squirrel! Exactly. Okay, so we've got 19,000 in sales for Erfen. That's reasonable. Let's have a look. What have we got? Sinister Combatants, Coarse Leather Greaves, Drums of Fury, Arm Guards and Pauldrons as well. We bought some Shimmer Scale. That's going to be useful. Let's collect that up. And then we still got one more mail to come in, so let's do a quick reload on that. Fair enough. Before I start crafting, first check for reset items. As in things that I could reset ready for tomorrow. That's certainly worth looking at. Let's have a think what we could do. Hexweave bags I put mine on for already. The enchants I've looked at. What else could there be, I wonder? 19,000. Let's collect that mail up first. And we'll probably need to restock on those as well, actually. So let's post these back on first. We've got some stuff we need to relist first. Let's do that. So let's go through this and go for auctioning, run a post scan, get the Sinister gear back on. Oreo's fast asleep. You can just see his little belly and legs sticking out. So Shimmer Scale Pauldrons, Waistguard, Gauntlets Treads, loads of Sinister Combatant gear at various prices. See how that goes for a start. It's alright, Oreos. Right, let's post this lot up. Oh, I think I annoyed him now. He's gone off. He didn't like his foot getting touched. Okay, well, thanks ever so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. My next stream will be on Friday, so it'll be a few days away. Okay, we've got that posted on. Anything spare over from that? Nothing too spare? Okay, so let's have a look at things we could possibly buy. We're currently sitting at 165,000 as Erfen. So what are people going to be doing tomorrow? They're going to be leveling their characters up, is my first thought. So bags are going to be the main thing. I haven't looked at other bags like Ember Silk bags. I wonder if there's anything that's actually a reasonable price. Because Netherweave bags I don't tend to bother with. Frostweave bags I don't tend to bother with. Deep Sea bags, I'm not sure whether it's worth doing those because Deep Sea Satin is just so expensive. I mean, looking at that, 1,483. Crafting cost is 1,100 based off the 25 Deep Sea Satin. So there's only a 375 profit in that. And then you can compare that with a Hexweave bag, which is currently going for 1,200. And then embroidered Deep Sea bags, the big ones, the 32 slot bags, they're currently sitting at 8,000. And they cost, well, the Hydra Core, I'm not sure about a price on Hydra Core. I think I've got a blanket 1,000 on there at the moment. Embroidered Deep Sea Satin is actually quite cheap. So the main thing there would be the Hydra Core. I've got no idea how to get that. Silkweave bags are pretty good profit. Let's have a look at Silkweave bags. Spellfire. Do you mean the Silkweave satchels? Yeah, we did a reset on those. Yeah, the one mat, the Shardar Eye Silk. I think, looking at this, yeah, oh, it's satchel, not bag, that's why. We had that in our favourite searches. So let's have a look at recent searches. Was... Where was the Silkweave satchel? I'm sure we had one. Let's look again. It was on Samadan, that's why. I didn't spell Silkweave correctly. Silkweave. There's an extra A in there. No, there isn't. There's now no E in there. Silk There's just too many letters in there. There we go. Silkweave sat. There we go. So we reset the market and put them in at 753. We've got another 5 in already. Isn't mythic title? Is that farm mythic for the Hydra cores? See, I haven't done any single mythics at all. It might be worth me doing those. Looking at that, let's go over to Samadan. We'll need to do this on Samadan. Let's just switch over. Wish I had the goal to reset the market like that. Can only sell them for around 400. They were going for about 490 before we had to look today, and then we bought them all up, and then we reset the price. I mean, there was only about 20 of them, so it wasn't too bad. Heroic Daily could be a thing to do if you're a healer, for the Augment Runes satchel. Okay, thank you, Scalius. Yeah, so we're looking at tailoring here at the moment. How did the Pact of Haste enchant do after I reset it? I don't think I got that many sales of the Pact of Haste. I'm still... where are we at? Let's have a look. When did we last look at... let's look at the ledger. So let's have a look at revenue. Let's go... Actually, we can search by keyword. Haste. So, Pact of Haste. So we sold, not the Gift of Haste, let's just filter that a little bit more. Pact of Haste. Enchant Ring, Pact of Haste. So we managed to sell one for 4,000. And then the other prices there, 1,800, 1,800. So that was before the reset. So we've still got a load of them on. We have been doing a reset of those, not a reset of those, a relist of those and undercut. So we're down to now 2,500 in price. Our average purchase price is still 2,100, so we're above that still. So I'm okay with that for now. The main thing that saved me on is time though, but managed to sell one for 4,000. So that's something at least. To be fair though, I didn't really stay on top of it. So what I should have done really is done more cancel scans and made sure I was on top of it, and also think about my timing. I did it on a Sunday night. Maybe on a reset day like a Wednesday, that would be a better day to be doing it, or maybe on a night like tonight, just before reset, but not necessarily on a big patch day like today. Is this a medium pop server? Pretty much, I would say. Although I think Blizzard calls it high now, but Shadowsong EU is not that high. Is it more worth buying a heroic battle to Azeroth than doing or buying a boost through a keystone? I have no idea. I don't quite understand why I'd buy one of either of those. What's the reasoning behind it? Is it to get gear? Okay, let's have a look at where we're at with everything. So, where are we at? Going through here, having a look at my auctions. So, those are the satchels we sold. We're looking at the glorious stats here. So, has there been a reset on glorious stats? Let's have a quick look. Because that's another leveling enchant. Yes, I would say that's a definite reset, if ever I saw one. A good keystone boost is for a good price, like 160k through 160. Okay, wow. Whereas a heroic battle to Azeroth boost is around 600k with 3 or 4 loot traders. Wow. Guess it'd be for the gear and or achievement ahead of the curve. Wow, that's so much. I can't imagine paying that for something like that. Hey Atlas, how are you? I haven't gone into 8.15 yet because we're on EU and we won't get it till tomorrow, but I hope everyone in NA is enjoying it. Yes, it's for gear, okay. Mythic Keystone Boost gives you 410 gear in your weekly chest. Ah, right, okay. If you do a plus 10 and Residium to buy 415 Azerite, wow, okay, that is pretty decent. There's me at my 371 eye level, which is quite a way off that. I'm certainly not ahead of the curve, that's for sure. So it looks like we have got a reset on those. I wonder if there's any other enchants we could look at. What I could do is have a look at our enchanting.
If you find anything exotic,
Let's have a look at our group again. And not BfA enchanting, let's look at, say, Legion enchants and Old World good enchants. Let's add in a shopping operation to this just for the moment, based on DB Market, I guess, and the same for the Old World good enchants. Shop DB Market, and then we'll go and have a look under here. We'll go in here and here, Legion enchants, Old World good enchants, and run a shopping scan and see if anything looks to be particularly low. People do get Veil Crystals with the rod occasionally off blue braces. First reports are up. No proc rate data yet. Okay, that's promising, Rasheen. I had a tweet. Let me see if I can find it. From, where was it? Let me go here. Have a look. Tweets replies. Where was it? This was from Dorkside earlier. I bring this one over from Twitter. Crafted 1,000 braces, dissing results from rare quality braces. Doesn't say what the quality of the braces were, but after rare quality tide spray linen. Okay, so tide spray linen braces, the blues, it would seem, gave 38 veiled crystals from that one. So that's something to think about. That's a little bit of data coming through. Right, everything's come through. Oh, we've also got the enchanting mats that have come through as well. Okay, everything's come through. So let's have a look. Fiery weapon I don't think is used much, so let's ignore that. Fractured temporal crystals look to be a good price. Just looking at my... Oh, this isn't based off average buy, this is based off DB market actually. What is my actual average buy price of a fractured temporal crystal? Obviously we can get these from the garrison anyway. Average purchase price of 1 gold 79, so going for 97. That changes the profit of the super shuffle to even more profit. Exactly. I need to work out what the actual numbers are, so we'll have a look at that next time once I've got some and we can start getting some numbers together. So anything looking cheap here? Enchant ring binding of mastery, currently at 70%. That could possibly be pushed higher. 25 auctions there. Windsong isn't used quite a lot. When was I last sold with that? 13 days ago. And that Binding and Mastery was actually last sold 32 days ago, so that's quite an old one, that one. Gift of Haste 17 days ago. I'm looking for something that's been more recent, really. Gift of Mastery, Gift of Critical Strike. Mark of the Trained Soldier, so last one was 4 days ago. Currently at 999. Anything else? 4 days. Enchant Ring, Binding of Critical Strike, 409 at the moment. We could possibly push those a little bit higher. Legion Enchants rings. That one is. Currently at 409, could possibly get that a little bit higher. Let's have a look at these. How many are there? There's me, and then there's another 8 here, and then there's 410 there. Mitten, thank you very much for the sub using your Prime. Very kind of you. How are you, Oreo? Are you waiting for some attention? Good evening, Stevie B. How are you? Let's see some chef's hats and thumbs up for Mitten. Thank you very much for your support using your Prime. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Appreciate you stopping by. There we are. Do not have any more tide spray. If you get more, you could also research this. Yeah, we need a lot of tide spray. That's the main thing. There we go. Oreo's settled down a bit more now. So this is a potential Binding of Critical Strike. How many have I sold of late? Binding of Critical Strike. Let's look at my ledger, and we can have a look at this in a little bit more detail. If I were to flip something, let's have a look. Ledger. Binding of Crit. We only have detail of... Oh no, that's inventory. Revenue. Sales. Looking in the wrong section. Okay, so we haven't sold that many. We sold 2 there 4 days ago for 446, and then before that 28 days ago. Okay, so that's not a frequent seller by the looks of that. Are you guys changing up your operations often? I tend to have settled down a little bit now. I still go through and check them from time to time because you never know. In before the DE thing is a bug that's going to be hotfixed, like the Legion Chaos Crystals of the Epic Bracer procs. You never know, Rasheen. It may well happen. Your neck is now 413. Oh, fantastic score, Shane. That's pretty nice. Well, need to run. No worries. Simpal, thanks ever so much for stopping by. Time to pick your shirt. Let you know how the hoodie goes. Yeah, that'd be excellent. Let me know. Glitter, thank you very much for using your Prime. 2 months in a row. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Let's see some chef's hats and thumbs up for Glitter. Thank you very much indeed. Guildmate just had a ×20 proc on cauldrons. Wow, that is huge. Gave you 10 eye levels from an easy peasy quest. Okay, well that's pretty good going. I'll have to have a look at that one when it comes out. For me, that is. So looking at this, let's carry on. Is there anything else that we could possibly push up a little bit higher? Gift of Versatility. Enchant Cloak, Gift of Versatility, sold 2 days ago. Currently at 3553. Don't think there's a huge amount of margins on these though, because we're getting up towards the regular percentage of the DB market at the moment. Probably worth looking at it versus the DB region market though. That said, any others that I recognise as quite good ones to go for? Superior Stamina, Void Crystal, and then everything else has gone over that, so maybe not so much at the moment. Did that tweet state if the person had the rod or not? No, it didn't actually, but I'm assuming they did, but you never know. You get all the goodies tomorrow. Right, okay, so... Oh, really? That would definitely sound to me like a bug then, Rasheen, if they're getting it without the rod. That does factor things in a little, doesn't it? It smells like a bug. Yeah, I would be inclined to agree if that was the case, getting it without the rod. That's what I'd expect with the rod. Overall eye level unlock is now 394. Very nice. Wish you could trade your tie spray for leather. Well, you could probably do a deal, that's for sure. Gonna craft some braces real quick, see if you get lucky. Okay, thank you, Control. Be interesting to see if we do get anything. I'm probably going to wrap up the stream here fairly shortly, though. I want to try and get an early-ish night tonight, as we were able to get on a bit earlier than my normal midweek stream. And Oreo's pandering for attention here. He wants me to get his brush out so I can brush him. Don't you, mate? Okay, so looking at that, I think maybe we need to... What can we do before we finish up? Have we done everything we wanted to do? Have we collected everything up? We've done that. We haven't gone to the garrison and reset on those. Let's do a quick look at that, because obviously hexweed bags is going to be a thing. So let's go and just double check on our garrison. Just running through my mental list of things I'd like to do before the end. Still make feast, not many at all really. The price margins just aren't high enough. Jalino, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Orio's just running around at the moment now. Okay, so let's have a look at our completed missions. XP, more XP, and resources. Those we want. Rush work order. Let's get another rush work order going. Any more for any more? Let's get the resources in. Do those. And that one. Anything for XP that could be useful for other characters, you could do some. So start you with that one. Any other large ones? There's one. We're at 95, 96, so let's start you with that one. That's that done, and let's move ourselves around over here. Patience to still do garrison stuff. I love doing garrison stuff simply because it gives me a nice return for hexweed bags. They sell really well, and a lot of my enchants that I sell need the temporal crystals, so I always make sure I have these going. And it's a fairly quick routine to just go through and do these. The thing I haven't been doing, which I do miss, is my farm with my Druid Awakening. I need to get back into doing that, because that was definitely good fun. Let's collect all those up. Now let's get the work orders back again. Create those.
See you around.
And then go over to the other side and we'll do this side. We should have enough hexweave for... Where have you gone? There you are. Drainic dust. What was the rush work order? Was it Enchanter study? Okay, we'll do that. So we have 6 marks of honour we need to give to Erfen. That's something else to do. No, that's the wrong person. There's the work order person, there you are. We're nearly out of Drainic dust, so we need to go pick some more up, probably from the guild bank. There we are. You have 2 just for farming. Yeah, I would like to go back to my Druid Awakening. I really enjoyed playing him. He was doing it really nicely as a boomkin. I still do farm every day, but losing the portal to the main city in Pandaria is going to make that a pain. Yes, it is, isn't it? Because you can't go through to Old Dalaran now, can you? I'm going to have to think of a new route for that one, because it was very easy to go across. Okay, we're done with that. How many fractures did we get? Where are the fractures? 152 we have, so that's 15 temporal crystals. That's very nice. Setting your portal to Pandaria Land. Jaina's Locket from the Shadowmourne quest for Old Dalaran. Okay. Is the portal for Mr. Pandaria in Orgrimmar also going to disappear? I don't know actually. Just the one to Jade Forest. Yeah, so that's the main problem, isn't it? So you'd have to go over... a lot of people are recommending that in... Sorry, Oreo. You're just too cute. If we go over to here, into not Draenor, Azeroth, Pandaria. So yeah, the one that's down the bottom here, isn't it? Is the only one you've got. Whereas the other one we really want is the one in, where is it? Vale of Return. This one, the Shrine of the Seven Stars. That's the one we do want. We should start selling class changes. Any class is a mage. You never know. So that could be something to set your Hearthstone to, because then you've got the portals to everywhere. Because normally, if I was wanting to go to where I want to go, is I would go from here to through the Stormwind section normally. So this is going to disappear, isn't it? So rather than go into Stormwind and do it, I normally go to here. So these are going, aren't they? These portals here are disappearing. So you don't get the portal to the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, which is the useful one. And then from here, it's really handy to then go and do your farm straight from here. Not that Samadan has his farm really up and running. You can just hop over the mountains quite easily. But then if you were to go here to go to Old Dalaran, that's quite a quick way of just going through and getting it. Where is the innkeeper here? Hey old man farmer, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. So if we go here, are these portals disappearing? Is my other question. Because here you've got a portal to Shatrath and Dalaran and Stormwind. RIP ICC Invincible Farm, yeah. So are these portals gone as well? Only Stormwind stays. See, that's a shame, because that's really useful, having access to these. Innkeeper's downstairs to the right. Okay, thank you, Rasheen. But if those are going, then there's not much point staying here either. Unless you use something else to go for your cloak. So it's a bit of a shame, really. We've got cooking supplies. Where's the innkeeper? Mailbox. Barmaid. Alchemy supplies, tailoring, also all inscription and everything. Blacksmithing. Reagents. So to the left when you go down the stairs in the shrine. Either around here, bandage trainer, or do you mean in here, the golden lantern? Aha, there's another barmaid here. Trade goods, food and drink, brewmaster. I ran past it, didn't I? Is this going to be another mailbox thing? There we are, innkeeper. You're the innkeeper. Okay. So if I wanted to set my Hearthstone here, then I could go from here to anywhere in Pandaria quite easily because I'm in the middle. So if I was to do my farm here, if I was to want to do my farm, I'd set my stone here. But it does make it difficult with the portals removing. Interesting. For the moment, I'm enjoying having it in Borealis, though, so I'm going to keep mine there for now. But it's still interesting. Right, I think that's pretty much me done for the things I want to do tonight. You have the ring and the mounts for Borealis. It's like 30 hex bags in your server for about 700 gold. That sounds like a good reset, perhaps. Worth buying them all and reselling for 2k each. It's potentially, you don't know how much stock everyone else is having. Oh, there goes Tome of Illusions Draenor. About a quest from the war campaign. Yeah, I haven't done those yet. I might have to go and do those another time. I don't think I'm quite going to do those tonight. For 2k it is, I think, a bit expensive. For me on my server, the Hexweave bags are going for a little bit less than that, more like 1,200. Have a look at what the region average is for you, and maybe try and push those up a little bit higher. The thing to think about is how much stock has everyone got. I know the Hexweave bags are slightly limited, so there is something to think about there. But I think for me, I'm going to finish up and have a have an early-ish night for me, by my standards. So let's see if we can find someone to throw a host on over to. Who is on? And who is playing World of Warcraft is the other thing. Okay. Not many gold makers on that are English speaking. I can't think Gold Goblin are on, but other than that, I don't see anyone else who's actually on. So I think I might just finish it up there. But what I will say is I hope everyone has a lovely patch day in the EU tomorrow. I hope you have lots of fun exploring the new things. And those of you that have had your patch today, I hope you're enjoying the new things. I'm next going to be on Friday, so I will see you then, hopefully, Friday night. Until then, have a lovely rest of your week. Happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon. From me and Oreo, good night and farewell.